This is my review of Picard, Stardust Rag. So this episode, they have their plan to they go to this city, and it reminds me of I guess what's the space version of Vegas. So people go there to gamble and all kinds of almost like Sin City, but it reminds me of the Pleasure Planet, like Risa, but instead of going to Risa, they go to this other planet that I've never heard of before. They go there. It's fascinating to me how, in the past couple of episodes that I've noticed, that every episode was like a different type of story. Like I said in my previous video, like when Whose Line Is It Anyway, when Colin Mockery is the mean director, and they have the same actors, and he's like, okay, now do your lines as a Western. Okay, now do your lines as a romance. So every episode has felt like a different type of show with the same actors. Like, oh, it's an action show. And then the next episode, oh, now it's a romance. And the next episode, oh, now it's a crime drama. CSI. The most fascinating thing to me is they do that twice in this episode. So instead of it being the whole episode where they're all acting like some way, halfway through the episode they're acting a certain way, and then they switch it up. They're all actually the same actors and they're playing different characters. They do it twice in the same episode. There's Pirate Picard with the eye patch. He's got this accent that's different than Picard's normal accent, and delivering his lines kind of slow, and the captain of the ship beams down with them too to try to infiltrate. It's almost like they went for a feel of like Dirty Dozen, but as if you replace the Dirty Dozen with, the Whose Line Is It Anyway actors, and they're trying to improv their way into this deal for Bruce Maddox. It was very strange. The bar scene, it did look futuristic, but like a bar scene in Star Wars, it looks like an alien bar. And then the bar scene here just looks like a fancy upscale bar you'd see anywhere. It was kind of like I didn't see them. I didn't look for that many alien races, but I didn't see that many. So that kind of surprised me. And the bar was kind of bland. It was like two different colors. And then, I don't know. I think I was expecting, maybe a city view or something. And then the acting, that Picard is trying to act like he's someone else. And there is actually, I found the line quite funny, where the Romulan, his protector, halfway through when their cover is blown, says, "Hey, are we still acting?" Well, I thought that was kind of funny, because in this episode there didn't seem to be a lot of acting from anyone, but I still liked the episode. Some people were upset about Seven's decision at the end to kill someone. But I mean, she was very angry about something and took it out, shot the person, obliterated them, disintegrate. That didn't bother me that much. But because she's kind of, I guess, a lawless type of character and on her own now, I guess. But I just found it difficult trying to figure out what was happening with the story, because they were telling two stories at once. They were doing a flashback where they would show what happened before they beamed down at the bar, and then they would show a segment of what happening in the bar while they're supposed to be undercover, and then they would flash back to a segment of before they went to the bar, and then they kept doing that, alternating back and forth. And I couldn't figure out why Picard needed to be there, because I mean, like, his face is all over, he just had the interview around, the Federation past couple episodes ago, where they had their first time to interview him, and it was all, I'm like, why would he risk beaming down and being exposed? Then, because he wouldn't have needed to be there, or his bodyguard, the Romulan fighter. But I guess it's a way to get them all in the episode, I guess. Because then he's exposed and it's more dramatic, I guess. And the captain was wearing this really flamboyant outfit and this feather in his cap, and it was just very strange. Like, I would think the last thing you would want to do is stand out and look completely different. You know, if you're trying to really sneak in somewhere. But, I mean, I've never been to any alien parts anywhere, so. I mean, what do I know? Also, I found, like, again, the story is progressing very slowly. The main backstory. But, like, you know, the first episode I thought was really good and progressed the story nicely, and then they were like, now we have to find Bruce Maddox, and it took them, 3 or 4 episodes to do that, and now they're trying to find... There's not that many episodes left now. We're halfway through. This is episode 5. So we have 5 more to go. So it just makes me think that they're intentionally dragging out what's happening, and then... I don't know for sure. Because it's a really slow... It would have made a really good procedural crime type of drama, I think, if they continued to stick with that from episode 2. But again, it keeps switching. Like, every episode is a different type of show. Like, it's not episodic like Star Trek was, or even Star Trek The Next Generation was. It's more of like, they're trying to tell one story in 10 pieces. But all the pieces are done differently. Like, I don't know if this was supposed to be the comedy episode, if that's what they were trying to do, or not. It's possible. Like, this is the first episode I've seen out of all of them that I didn't care for that much. I was just trying to figure out what their purpose was with the story, and was it just to get Bruce Maddox, and just to do the big reveal at the end about the one scientist lady from the Daystrom Institute that's supposed to be helping him is actually either not working for someone else, or not, or he was going to reveal some information, so she killed him, even though she was in love with him. I mean, it was very strange. They didn't explain any of that, so very strange. At the end, 7 of 9 goes crazy with guns and shoots like a bunch of people and gets out of the bar. After she goes back down there by herself. The acting just seemed kind of wooden from almost everyone. Jerry Ryden's acting was pretty good, but it didn't remind me of 7 of 9, to be honest. It just reminded me of as if she was some other type of Borg, person that wasn't 7 of 9. She didn't seem to have the character arc or growth from before. So I found that interesting too. So I get that could be the new writers. It's just strange. It's strange that the actress wouldn't have said, "Hey, this isn't really that character. I know you want me to play this way, but I don't know." Again, the whole thing it's almost confusing, like I said, because I can't figure out the actual story. Like, okay, they go there, get Bruce Maddox, trade for Bruce Maddox, which they do. They trade 7 for him, and then in the end they kill him. So I'm like, what was the purpose of getting him? Did he actually reveal any information? I guess we'll find out next episode. But it was all very strange. I mean, I think they found out he was on a Borg. They found out the one they're looking for, the other android, is on a Borg cube, I think. So they're... This series is just very... It's gone off a strange way that I didn't predict, or couldn't have predicted, probably. I just thought it was strange. Maybe the next episode will be better. Maybe it won't. I don't know. I did like seeing Jerry Ryan as 7 of 9 again. That was a pretty good thing, I thought. And again, to me, the fascinating thing is how they kept alternating between these different roles. Pirate Picard with the eye patch, with a different accent, just yelling at people. It was just, it had an odd feel to it, as though they were trying to improv the scene. Like, I don't know if they really improv it or not. But we'll see. we'll see if it gets better or worse. I don't know. The story it's slowed down really slowly to where, the main important point happens in like 2 or 3 minutes of the episode. So we'll see if it keeps going that way.